Welcome to B&D Photo and Film Podcast. My name is Sam. I'm a wedding photographer in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And today I wanted to speak to you a little bit about arguably one of the most important tool that I currently use in my business, and that is a CRM. For those of you who've never heard of CRM, it stands for Client Relationship Management System. And it basically is a tool that lets you manage, as the word describes, your clients. So as you start to gather more bookings in your local area, you'll notice that there's a lot of moving parts that is involved with wedding photography, and it's easily you can easily start forgetting stuff. So a CRM is a fantastic tool to essentially keep you organized, but also give you a professional outlook on your clients. And so there are various functions within a CRM, and I would say that the most important piece within that is a calendar. So the calendar in a CRM, in my particular CRM, lets me essentially make sure that I never double book. And so anytime I get an inquiry from a particular client, the first thing I want to ensure is that I'm actually not booked that day. I never book more than one wedding per day. If you've been in the industry before, or you're new, you'll quickly realize that weddings are notoriously unpredictable. Schedules change last minute, things get canceled, things get moved around, and so it's hard to double book people and not essentially overlap the two events. So I just don't do that. So a calendar lets you really organize yourself and make sure that you're not double booking, as I said, but also that you're available, but you're also not taking on too much work. Some of you may be going into this industry as a part-time or side hustle. Others will do this full-time. And so, that calendar really will let you keep track of your workload and your schedule. So that's the first of the very important functions that a CRM serves. The other one is really making sure that all your communications with your clients are all centralized in one specific place. You'll notice that you'll eventually get some inquiries through your personal website. Sometimes you'll get them through social media profile accounts. So you may get Facebook Messenger messages. If you're using any of the other tools, you might be getting messages all over the place, and to be able to keep those conversations in one place lets you keep track of those conversations and what is said. No two clients are alike, so some will request one thing, others will ask you for something else, and being able to condense all that information in one place that's easily catalogable and searchable is really going to keep you from making mistakes and forgetting things. So that's item number 2. The third piece that is absolutely critical for your business is the ability to send in invoices, or what we would call proposals. A proposal is essentially an invoice that outlines what you're going to be providing in terms of service and how much that will be. And within that proposal, there will be an opportunity for the client to make payments. So it will give you access to a pay system. And so in my CRM, I use a website called Honeybook. It's a pretty popular website. You probably heard of it. If you haven't, it's one of the favorite vendors, I guess, CRMs, photographers, florists, planners, a number of industry use this tool. It's one of the biggest client relationship management system, but there are more than that. There are others like Focal that exist, that's relatively new, and few others. And so, as I was saying, being able to send a proposal quickly to a client really helps you with sealing and closing off deals. So anytime you get an inquiry and a client is interested in booking, what you want to do is go ahead and send that. And along with that is a contract. You should absolutely operate your business with a contract and should never leave yourself to legal liabilities. And so within that CRM, You can upload a contract that you can sort of edit based on the different types of services that you may offer. But having a contract will really save you from potential legal liabilities in the event that a client decides that the services you provided don't meet their standards, and they may want to pursue you in a court of law. And so having a contract that outlines what you're going to be offering, what you don't offer, and all of the unpredictable variables that comes within a wedding day, you really want to protect yourself. So that contract is absolutely one of the most important pieces that you should be having, making sure that one of your clients sees them and sign them. The next piece is the ability to track taskings and reminders. And so when you are using a CRM like Honeybook, you can write yourself some notes and schedule some specific tasking. For instance, you may offer an engagement session and you want to basically schedule an engagement between booking day and wedding day, so somewhere in between. And so you can go ahead and schedule that, and the tool will send you automatic reminders on the day of. And with that, you can also schedule meetings or events with your clients, and it sends a calendar invite, so it also reminds the clients. And I like to use the task list and the notepad that these CRMs offer, really to just ensure that specific requests that a client may have is documented in one specific place. So on the day of, I actually have a place to go and look up this information, and I can quickly meet their client's request. And the last piece that you should and why you should use a CRM is, as a photographer, clients have different expectations in terms of the type of photos that ones may want. And so if you are living in a country like myself, like Canada, that's very multicultural, no two weddings are alike. There are different sequences that happen. And on the day of the wedding is not really a day where you want to ask too many questions to your clients, because they're going to be busy with their guests. They're going to be stressed. They're going to be under a lot of anxiety. They're going to forget stuff. And it's really your ability to remain professional and anticipate these things really will separate you from the amateurs. So what I like to do long before the actual wedding day, I have a key shots list. So essentially it's a questionnaire that I send to my clients with approximately 100 different variation of photos that ones may want, and I have them fill that up beforehand. So then on the day of the wedding, I can just quickly refer to that list and then know, okay, so for my client, what's important is a photo with her aunt that's visiting from out of the country, her photo with her dog, her photo with perhaps a heirloom or an important gift that they may receive, things like that. And you could just quickly throughout the day refer to it, let the client know, okay, you've asked for this, let's go do this. And by being able to combine all this stuff and make the client experience a lot more simple and seamless, I think will help with your reputation and establish you in the industry as a real professional, and that will in turn help you with get more referrals and allow you to generate more money for your business. So a CRM isn't a cool or fancy toy like a camera or lens, and it's not all that exciting, but in the grand scheme of things, it's arguably more important than any camera or tool that you'll use on the day of, because it's really something that you'll use on a daily basis to run your business. So if you're starting a business today, after you build a website, the next piece would be to register yourself for a CRM and get started on the right foot. All right, so if you like this kind of content, I'll be sharing more tips and tricks in future episodes. So hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Thank you.